Okay, so I didn't want to talk about this when it was first announced, not until I knew it was, like, official. So, anyway, apparently, I guess this is official because it's on every other site, and yeah, I guess it is officially official. So, what I'm yammering on about is that we finally got a cast for Hank Pym for the Ant-Man film. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, wait a minute, Paul Rudd was cast as Ant-Man. Well, we didn't know which Ant-Man, and apparently we're going to have two Ant-Men. Yes, Hank Pym is going to be in the Ant-Man movie, and he's going to be played by Michael Douglas. Most of you guys would know Michael Douglas from such films as Wall Street, and, well, Wall Street is the biggest one when it comes to mind, but he is a big-name actor. Like, when you think, when Marvel gets actors, we got Robert Downey Jr. and a lot of other, great actors. Michael Douglas is not an actor I'm not... Okay, let me back up here. Michael Douglas is, like, a huge actor, like, gigantic actor. And not to say people like Downey Jr. and, all the other actors they've had, but you never thought... No, I never thought once that, someone like Michael Douglas would be... freaking Gordon Gekko would be on this, in the Marvel franchise films. Neither did I think Glenn Close. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, it's just, it's nice to see Marvel has branched out and gotten bigger actors, Again, I just lost my train of thought, but what I'm saying is, I'm really excited Michael Douglas is going to be in the film. I just never thought they'd actually get someone like Douglas to be in the film. I'm not saying no discredit to any of the other actors, but... yeah. Anyway, let me get out of my starstruck rambling here. Michael Douglas has been cast as Hank Pym, and apparently, from what I understand, is that Paul Rudd has now been announced as Scott Lang. And again, I talked a lot about Scott Lang Ant-Man. I talked a lot about Paul Rudd being I think is a really good choice, because Paul Rudd's a great actor, even though he's done mostly comedy. He's a very diverse actor, so I think Rudd is going to be good. And again, I guess it's officially confirmed that he's Scott Lang now. But yeah. Now, getting back to Michael Douglas as Hank Pym, apparently he is going to be the one that... It's going to be, apparently... If you've ever watched that episode of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes where they did the episode to steal... I guess they're going to do, basically, Scott Lang's origin and add Hank Pym. They're going to have Hank Pym create the Pym particles, and then Scott Lang's going to come and steal the Ant-Man suit, and that's going to be the rise of Scott Lang. I can deal with that. The other thing is that with Michael, the only thing that has me surprised as to why they chose Douglas to play Hank Pym. Hank Pym's, despite being an older person, Hank is actually, Hank's in his they usually say he's in his late 30s, his mid to late 30s. Douglas is a little older. But then again, he's a great actor, don't get me wrong. I guess what they're trying to go for, what Edgar Wright is trying to go for, is like a more older Hank Pym, that this has been his dream project, but he's now a bit too old to be to try on the Ant-Man stuff, or it was just an experiment and, I don't know. But then again, I'm just surprised they went with an older actor to play normally a guy who's in his 30s, and Douglas isn't exactly that right age. But you know what? I'm not discrediting Michael Douglas at all. He's a fantastic actor. But yeah, where was I going with this? But yeah, I think he's a really good choice. Very interesting. I will say that again. He's a very interesting choice for Hank Pym. I'm really curious to now, because now they're talking about the Wasp, someone to be cast as they're now looking for someone to cast as the Wasp, and I'm also wondering, who are they going to get as the villain? I mean, obviously Ultron's out of the picture because he's in another totally different, huge blockbuster film. But yeah, needless to say, it's a surprising pick because Douglas was not someone I thought would be Hank Pym. They could get to play Hank Pym. But I'm not saying that's bad. I'm actually really excited now for this movie even more because I like Paul Rudd, I like Edgar Wright, I really like Michael Douglas. So this is going good so far. But I'm wondering of where Hank Pym's role is going to be in the film. So, yeah, that's kind of the big thing. And I'm also wondering, like, who's going to be the, the villain. I'm actually going to say maybe they'll use Ultron again, or I don't think they'll use Egghead. That's a safe bet that they will not use Egghead. Probably, I actually might, people have been saying maybe it'll be MODOK. I'd actually be really cool with MODOK, or AIM in general. I'd be really cool with a return of AIM, and used properly outside of, that other film. But it's apparently going to be like a pint-sized spy movie, which I'm actually really excited to see how that's going to go out. And I'm really curious to see where this film is going to go in general. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, and again, I didn't mean any discredit to Michael Douglas being an older actor playing a usually younger character. That's totally fine. I mean, look at Peter Dinklage, who's going to play Boulevard Trask, and needless to say, he's a bit shorter than the Boulevard Trask we know in the comics, but Peter Dinklage is a great enough actor to play that character. So you know what? I'm totally fine with Peter Dinklage playing Boulevard Trask. And I'm perfectly fine with Michael Douglas playing Hank Pym. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think of all this, and I'm out.